Prepare yourselves for the shock of finding out that some of your favorite actors, political figures, musicians, athletes, clergy, and royalty are all part of an enormous elite pedo ring. And I want to add this small disclaimer because my audience knows that I do my research, you guys. So just don't be caught off guard when I present some of the information that I found for y'all. And this is a trigger warning. So the following content contains subjects surrounding SA. And if you are sensitive to these topics, this video may not be for you. Viewer discretion is advised.
I wasn't there, you know, I ain't have nothing to do with that. They made a song together called Not Guilty. Anybody that knows what happened to my girl that me should not be home.
I just happen to come up hard. I just come from the poet's part. Legal or illegal, baby, I never bright like city life. I gotta make it. It's a big rich town.
I just want to have a word with him. Talk to him, walk. It's like, man, I'm fidgeting in your car. First, you ask questions first, and you ask questions later. You just met him. I'm always right. It's like when I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I could have been right. So I'm still right, because I could have been wrong.
Say it again.
Right, I'm right. When I'm wrong, I could have been right. So I'm still right, because I could have been wrong. I could be wrong right now, but I'm right.
See, it's missions, you got to do them. Here's one. She's beautiful, she's an angel, she's an angel.
Conference on line 1 with God and Jesus.
Hello? Yeah, hold on. God said, why are you still here, not on your mission? It's God's side and the other side.
And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Because the people want to know, why did he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing, I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Since Day One. Before we get into this video today about Sean Diddy Combs as well as Britney Spears and Jay-Z, and also today we have in attendance Meek Mill and Mary J. Blige, the Kardashians, DJ Khaled, Reverend Al Sharpton, Bishop T.D. Jakes, Naomi Campbell, Kim Porter, Beyoncé, Neo, Lou Taylor, Nicki Minaj, Kris Jenner, and last but not least, we have Tupac and Biggie Smalls. And before we get into this video today, you guys, go ahead and like the video, comment down below, and if you are new, smash that subscribe button to take flight with us.
Fake love, I don't need it, you can keep it, that's a fact. I had to make up my mind. I took that weight on my shoulders. I done been down for some.
Cat Williams tried to warn us, y'all. Cat Williams has always been for the people. Cat Williams has been for the people since his Pimp Chronicles stage comedy show, y'all, where he was in that green tuxedo looking like a pimp leprechaun. People say that Aubrey O'Day from the group Danity Kane was the one who's been trying to tell us about Diddy all these years, that he's a dangerous man. Cat Williams been trying to tell us before Aubrey O'Day did.
Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never fucking expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited as a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit.
So y'all remember when I used to be cool with Diddy's son King, right? It's crazy to see what I see he getting locked up for, and to see all that shit that they posting right now, because it's certain shit I seen firsthand experience. So boom. When I was like 13 years old, my mom moved me and my brothers then from Chicago to LA, right? And she had us going to a private school because of who our dad is. I'm not gonna say who our dad is. So boom, we at the private school or whatever, and that's where I met King at.
So just like any regular motherfuckers, you get cool, like.
So after we get cool for a minute, I started going over his crib. Like, and at the time, it was just his mom. We was going to his mom crib. But I guess Diddy and his mom, well, like his dad and his mom, like stayed in the same area at the time. So it was one night where we spent the night at his dad's house. So at the time, I'm like 15 years old. So we there type shit. And as we there, like, this is a big ass house. I've never been in a house this damn big. Like, it's big as it's all type of shit, different type of doors, different type of rooms. Like, I'm just like, damn, this motherfucker got all this shit going on. So we in the basement, like, he got this theater and shit down there. So we down there. It's like me, King, and like 3 other motherfuckers. It's like Jordan Woods' little sister, everybody. We all down there just watching movies. So I go upstairs real quick because I need to piss. So when I go upstairs to go pee, I'm thinking I'm going into the bathroom whole time. I'm going into like a whole nother room. When I go in this room, the shit I'm seeing.
I ain't been famous that damn long. I'm excited as a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the damn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit.
I don't know. At that age, I didn't really know what I was seeing type shit.
But you were 13. What were you seeing? I went there to see the lifestyle, right? And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
But to know what I'm seeing now, like being grown, it's like the shit they saying. Yeah. So nothing went on that night. Like that's just what I seen. So then like 2 weeks later, I had Diddy number because I was like my homie dad. Like he'll call and looking for him till you have his number. So boom, I had his number. We ended up texting talking about is you supposed to be sliding for the Taco Tuesday we finna be having. So I'm like, you know, like it's regular shit. Like, this my homie dad. So, yeah, shit, I'ma slide. You know, I text back. So then I text King right fast. I'm like, yo, you at the crib? I'm finna pull up for the Taco Tuesday night. So he like, what you mean? I'm in Miami right now. So I'm like his dad being cool. Like he just invited me, you know, to come like while his son gone type. Like, you know, like. You know. And everybody that's in the comments saying like, oh, you was in a mansion, how wasn't there a bathroom downstairs? In his house, it was like locked doors, like, but it was on some locked doors, like as in like, it was like the key numbers type shit to get in certain doors, you know? And then another thing y'all was saying under that, I say type shit a lot. I mean, that's just how I tell my story. But yeah, so like I said, I had to walk upstairs to go to the bathroom that I went to. So when I go upstairs, I end up going in the wrong room. Like, this wasn't the bathroom. Like, there's so many damn doors in there that, like, yeah, I missed the bathroom. So the room I walk in, at first it's dark. It's like a dark room. So I walk up in the room and I turn on the light real quick. And when I turn on the light, like, I just see all this weird like toys, 50 Shades of Grey. I obviously, like, you know, instantly peep, this not the bathroom. So I get up out of it and shut it. As I shut it, Diddy already in the hallway. He said to me, what you doing? And I let him know, like, oh shit, like I just went to the wrong door. I'm trying to get to the bathroom. And then he was like, you been standing there for a minute. You must like what you see. So I'm like kind of confused, like, what the f.
Nick, come here. Is that two niggas kissing?
Cat Williams came out with Pimp Chronicles Part 1 in 2006, you guys. Diddy Kane was still trying to get her big break in making the band because Diddy didn't fire her until 2008. And I'm not trying to take anything from Aubrey O'Day, and I'm not trying to say that her story isn't hers to tell. It is, most definitely, but I feel like when you are participating in the activities, you are participating in the after parties, you are just as guilty because you weren't trying to come out when Cat Williams came out in 2006 and was telling us what was going on because you were still partying, girl. Because why wasn't you telling us what was going on when you was at these after parties, drunk, feeling yourself, kissing on homosexual men? Why was you on stage with P. Diddy and the group Danny Kane? Why was you grabbing on this man's behind? I literally have so many questions. You could have had your hand around his waist. Diddy's old bodyguard, Gene Deal, also went on the YouTube channel, The Art of Dialogue, and he was the one who told us what Diddy really had planned for the group Danny Kane, and it wasn't trying to put them on the R&B charts.
You have indies, non-disclosure. That means that if you work for them, you around them, you can't disclose any of the information about them. But there's some artists that didn't say anything, that didn't sign it, and they able to talk about anything they want to. And I think that's those girls that was, I think, Danny Kane. I think a couple of them didn't sign it. And boy, oh boy, they probably gonna go after him too. Because I heard him, and I'm giving you this, Aubrey. He stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, and I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, yo, I'm a drug them off and pick them out and put them out to my Nick. He said, I'm gonna drug them out. I'm gonna get them all on drugs, and I'm gonna put their out to my. I was like, give somebody kids.
And again, I'm not taking anything from Aubrey O'Day, and I'm not trying to victim shame or any of that. I'm just saying pictures can say 1,000 words, but a mouth can say anything. And in this situation, you guys, it's just so intense. And it involves so many horrible things, you guys. And just from the public, on the outside looking in, I'm just going to say I hope Aubrey O'Day receives the justice that she needs and the closure that she needs in order to be a better woman moving forward. And with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic of the video. Now, I watched that TMZ documentary with TMZ basically allowing people like Aubrey O'Day and Stevie J to come on the show and speak their piece about Diddy while they're telling us all the things that's happened to Diddy since last Monday, you guys. And they dropped this documentary that was made by TMZ on April 30th of 2024, and this was 5 months before Diddy even got arrested. Diddy just got arrested last Monday, y'all. And to be honest, y'all, I didn't even know which direction direction we was gonna take this video because I just been all over the place. But we are just gonna start with that TMZ documentary, The Downfall of Diddy. Honestly, you guys, when I watched that TMZ documentary called The Downfall of Diddy, it was not giving me Lifetime Surviving Rkelly vibes. And more so what it was for me, you guys, as well, is that TMZ knows that Stevie J was on there lying. They know that he has been around Diddy since the 1990s. He was a part of Diddy's production team for Bad Boy Records in the 1990s. And as a member of the Hitmen, Stevie J was a key figure in the creation of some of hip-hop's biggest hits, including Mo Money, Mo Problems, Honey, and I'll Be Missing You. And then 7 years later, you guys, Stevie J's work on Puff Daddy's 1997 debut album, No Way Out, earned him a Grammy Award. And he also produced hits for several other artists, including Mariah Carey, Tevin Campbell, The Notorious B.I.G., 112, Jodeci, Faith Evans, Jay-Z, and Eve. I don't care. Ain't nobody finna pee in my face and tell me it's rain. Stevie J was around. He knew what was going on. He participated. Ain't no way, y'all, he ain't participate after he done already had us endure that reality TV show, The Reality of Stevie J, where he had Jocelyn over there treating her all types of ways, and how he had, y'all remember when he had Jocelyn locked down in that contract? And even after the event that they broke up, everything that Jocelyn ever did, Stevie J got a percentage. Come on now, that is giving Diddy all day long. But before we continue on about Stevie J, you guys, let's go ahead and dip into what Eve had to say pertaining to Jay-Z when she released her first debut album as a female rapper, and how Jay-Z had called to congratulate her about it, but then also told her in the same breath, don't get her hopes up because female rappers never do well. Like, give it hater. I'm sorry, I'm just not convinced by what TMZ allowed for Stevie J to come on The Downfall of Diddy and say, because he really is trying to save a face for himself.
Brendan's one of Diddy's assistant. We used to play ball together, kick it. Producer, has an artist. He's a pretty cool dude. He and Diddy, he was Diddy's assistant. He was with him all the time, so they had a cool little, relationship, a cool little brotherhood.
Stevie J out here trying to save face too, y'all, because Mimi Faustin already said that BET has scrapped her dating show due to Stevie J's affiliation with Diddy. So I don't even know why he even went on that TMZ, because the feds is about to use that against him. Got me stuttering and stuff, and all these celebrities that we gonna be talking about in this video today knew what Diddy had going on, and yet they still participated. I tell you who ain't involved, and that's Nicki Minaj. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Now, I don't know if she ever went to a Diddy party or if she had anything to do behind the scenes, but I know one thing is she was one of the celebrities who called everybody out. Sure did. Because Nicki Minaj had came out on her Twitter and she said, the first time you catch me in a lie, delete all my music. And Nicki Minaj was on a Twitter rant just the other day, y'all, and she had so much to say towards Jay-Z and the music industry and people she felt like he was sending after her to talk smack to her and keep her name in the news, when they really need to be focused on they homeboy Diddy that they've been chilling with for the past 30 years. But we gonna put a pin in that, y'all, and come back to it, because I also wanted to let y'all know that a few celebrities have been deleting their posts on Twitter, y'all. Yes, Daily Loud have reported that Pink and Usher had allegedly deleted all of their posts off Twitter, y'all. All of this stuff I'm saying is alleged because I am delusional, and so if you here watching my tea, y'all must be delusional as well. Well, moving along, it's being reported, like I said, that Pink had deleted all of her Twitter posts, you guys. She's been on Twitter since April of 2009, alongside Usher, who has been on Twitter since May of 2009, and the internet was reporting that over 7,000 tweets from Usher's profile is gone. And you would be surprised that Usher actually came out and addressed the situation that was going on with his Twitter account, you guys. And this is what he had to say. I guess he was plotting on us, y'all, because he said account got hacked, and dang, y'all ran with it. See you tonight at Intuit Dome.
Listen to me. They all knew before now. This just for the camera, but they all knew before now. You haven't heard nobody come out and condemn him, really. They been knowing for now, homie. Everybody know he made her shave her hair off. He made her get some fake breasts, take them out, and everybody know this. Why they acting like they didn't know? Come on, LeBron them knew that.
I know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
LeBron.
Man, Mickey knew that.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Dream chasing. I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real street nigga forever. I'm the king of Philly.
What do you mean by that?
Meek was part of the allegations, the girl say. Stevie J come out defending him. Meek defending him.
And Charleston White ain't lying, because Meek Mill came out 2 days ago on Twitter and said education and higher learning over gossip. I responded and said it isn't gossip, Meek, when there's years of proof. Is this why Nicki Minaj left you? Because you like to play with the diddler?
Ain't nobody came out and condemned him, and they done been to his party. Wasn't nobody concerned about Usher.
Well, if you're wondering how Usher met Diddy in the first place, Usher met Diddy when his mother had took him to meet with L.A. Reid to sign to LaFace and Arista. The record executive reportedly sent the then 13-year-old Usher to live with Diddy in New York for 1 year. In an interview with Rolling Stone in 2004, Usher divulged what Diddy introduced him to as, quote-unquote, a totally different set of SEX specifically. Usher told the publication, SEX is so hot in the industry, man. There was always girls around. You open a door and you see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an orgy. You never knew what was going to happen. He expanded on what he found in Diddy's home in an interview with Howard Stern in 2016, saying that there were, quote unquote, very curious things taking place. During his time residing with Diddy in New York City, I got a chance to see some things. I went there to see the lifestyle and I saw it.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor
some...
Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what
Camp.
it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's gonna
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Come on.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They ain't nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
what
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Usher ain't got near about the compassion that Cassie got. And Usher was a kid. Where Usher supported everybody. Why everybody just focus on Cassie? And he say him and Usher was in the bed together.
Thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it. You did. No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from DayOne. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, that's how. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. And now he's one of the richest stars in the world.
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was stupid.
If you're having a good time, Usher made it in the...
Hey, yo. Usher even came out and said, man, I wasn't supposed to be seeing that type of stuff. I was just a kid. Why ain't nobody speaking up for Usher? Because they picking and choosing. And I just want to remind everybody, Cassie ain't no black girl. She a mixed breed mulatto Italian chick. He get to mistreat her if he want to. She ain't black.
Okay,
no,
but look.
I just said that to make some people mad. That's all. Yes, I don't really mean that.
Because they never thought that they was going to get caught, y'all. Now, call me delusional all you want, but it's the music industry giving them all this money so they can run around acting like they ain't got no home training, acting rambunctious. They thought that the public was never going to know what they was doing behind closed doors, y'all, but the cat is out the bag. Cassie has opened Pandora's box. Now, I done heard a lot from a lot of people. Now, all these people is not lying on this man. This is too many different stories by too many different people who were not even in the same room at the same time, but their stories are corroborating, y'all. So now we're taking it back to what Nicki Minaj had to say to Jay-Z, you guys, on Twitter just a few days ago. Nicki Minaj went on to say, I received a call advising Tidal was sold and they made no money on the deal, so all they could offer me was $1 million. But wait, there's more. The lawyer advised that Deseret advised him that I had to sign the agreement in 24 hours if I wanted the $1 million or the offer was off the table. Listen to the end of Fractions for what my response was.
Come and get it, boo, while I count a mill. Jigga what, jigga who?
Nicki Minaj went on to say, so Barbs, thank you for supporting something I was a part of. I love you, but I was scammed and offered $1 million to be silenced. I declined. The grace of God is sufficient. I didn't need their hush money. And when the Shade Room had reported it, they said all 16 co-owners of Tidal reportedly received $8.9 million payout following Jay-Z's recent deal. They named Beyoncé, Kanye West, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, and more included. Well, Nicki Minaj took to her Twitter, you guys, to let us know what it really was. LOL Word, one of the blogs that they quote-unquote reportedly have lots of control of. Why is my photo there? Oh, quote-unquote reportedly, huh? LOL, y'all, I'm really laughing at how people who aren't really smart always believe that they are outsmarting people. No, it's just that we know karma spins. It really spins. Every day, a new man pushing 60 years of age gets fingered in the bush, then made to come on the internet and lie on me. God is in control. Bookmark this. I'd advise y'all to never mention my name again. They gotta keep the conversation on me so that no one asks about these charges against their BFF. I mean, it seems the 30-year-old T here is far from stale patterns, yet SAS, ugly alien stout, dick breath, etc. all talking about Onika. Why they talking about Onika? A fan and supporter left a comment and said, I agree. Like, why am I expected to care about something that happened when I was 1 year old? Let's address what's happening right now, as in today. And this is when she says that the first time you catch me in a lie, delete all my music. She went on to call out Jay-Z some more and said, worried about the tea of a 15-year-old child who was railroaded, but no comments on the tea and baby oil that's been going on for decades and as recent as months ago. If 15-year-olds need to be held accountable and told they can't ever move past their past, then what about the 30-year-olds who groomed and sat by and was silent, etc.? Oh, right. Let's keep the blogs focused on Onika. Short and stout D. Don't want to talk about him, friend them. LMFAO. Nicki Minaj went on to say, undercover men are always aggravated with women because they have decided that they can't live in their truth. Therefore, women who have done nothing wrong to them are made to pay for simply existing. Fix it, Jesus. Enough is enough. Another user left a comment and said he mad he couldn't take your successful career away, like, cause according to them, whatever they say goes. Ain't that right, Joe Budden? Camel met his match though. Hashtag Onika. Nicki Minaj abbreviated these people that she was speaking on Twitter, you guys. However, I do believe from doing research that she was speaking on Jay-Z, his assistant allegedly Steve Stout, as well as Stephen Smith, and she was also referring to Diddy and a slew of other people. And went on to say, we want to know if you were present during abuse of teenagers and children. That's what we want to know. You can't taste my ussy. Stop. Aaliyah, Foxy, Brown, etc. during Rkelly video shoots and stuff. Did you know about the abuse to Kim Porter and Cassie? Y'all seem to always run in a sort of rat pack. So that's what we, the people, want you and your peeps to speak on. Ugly, bald head, bowling ball itch. You ninjas don't have this energy for gangsters in person, only for itches on the internet. Nicki Minaj went on to say, if any of those 4 cunts I named would like to shoot the fair one with a gangster, I'll run the winner of the fight $10 million. Until then, watch that karma spin. 25 men spoke out, but these clowns only talking about me. every single day. That's how I know I win. A Barb commented and said, Nikki, you finna get us Barb started, and once we start, ... Nikki responded and said, that's why I tell these people to leave me alone, but no, they rather play, so let's play. So earlier when I had told y'all that someone had said to Nikki, I agree, like why am I expected to care about something that happened when I was 1 year old? Let's address what's happening now, as in today. I really think that she meant to say when Nicki Minaj was 10 years old, because they want to talk about what happened to her husband, Kenneth Petty, but she was saying that didn't have anything to do with her, that she was in class learning with her head in a book. Nicki responded and said, Bing effing go. I was expected to answer for something that happened or didn't happen when I was 10 years old, when I was minding my business in school. Well, we want to know what y'all was doing 30 years old to 60 years old. A Nicki Minaj fan and supporter said, Nicki tweeting all of this after I ate an edible. Now my mind racing. She's so powerful. Nicki Minaj had reposted that, and I know that's right because, girl, she had me going down a rabbit hole. And right around the time that Nicki Minaj was going off on Jay-Z, you guys, and his entourage about the things they were doing 30 years ago to Foxy Brown, Aaliyah, Kim Porter, as well as Cassie and many others, they said Nicki Minaj has now surpassed Jay-Z to become the 6th longest charting rapper of all time on Billboard. Her music has charted for 1,945 cumulative weeks across the Hot 100 and the Billboard 200. Nicki Minaj went on to say to Jay-Z, let's see what 30-year-old T they find in everyone else's house now. And remember, KTSE. I'm not sure what she meant by KTSE, but I felt like she was saying, let's see what 30-year-old T we find in Jay-Z's house. Because allegedly, rumor in the social media streets, you guys, is that Jay-Z and Beyoncé are the next to get investigated by federal authorities because they have connection to Diddy, and they all knew what's been going on since the day that Aaliyah's plane crashed.
I want you to think about this. Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened.
How did two of the biggest names in music even meet? Well, we met a long time ago. Award shows, a lot of different performances. And at what point did the conversation come, hey, do you want to do some music?
You know how people, you see each other and you respect each other's music. You know, it's always that conversation, we gotta do something. You know that.
Right.
You know, the time filler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that time filler turns into something real, then it's...
Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige.
And my boyfriend tapped me and said, Mary, somebody, Shy's on the phone telling us that Aaliyah just got killed. I jumped up, I was like, no way. And it was all over the radio. When we put the radio on, it was doing a tribute to her. It felt like I was on
my crew, we put, the style she gave everybody ribbons and, I don't even know what to say. I just know that was a murder. You know what I'm saying? That was a spiritual murder, whether people know it or not.
I want you to think about this. Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened.
Because God don't kill people, you know what I'm saying, whether people know it or not. And I could go deep, but a lot of people I would have to really bring proof, you know what I'm saying, for what I learned. And she just was cut down in the prime of her life. And it's so unfair. And it wasn't time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I believe it wasn't her time to go, because from what I know, it ain't supposed to go down like that. And just simple obedience, like, your gut always won you. That your gut never lies to you. And something like luggage and clothes and jewelry and all this madness that we worship is called false idols. We need to really look at the bigger picture right now and look at how honey could be here right now. The lesson.
Mary J. Blige knew what was up, man.
Let me tell you how, when Aaliyah died in that plane crash, that was a reality check for every Christian that believes in this. It's either life or death. When I was on drugs and I was dying, it was life or death.
The people around you, the managers, the agents, all the people in your record company, the family members, the friends, how did they all adapt to this?
they're just going to have to adapt because this is what I want. You know, like I said, after Aaliyah died, my question is, who was there, like, responsible for her? Like, who was there to care enough to say it is too much luggage for a crop duster? Like, so they just have to adapt because right now I feel like flying. Adapt. You know what I'm saying? Right now I feel like praying. Adapt. Right now I don't feel like denying that God is good to me in front of the world. Adapt. Okay. You know, I'm not kidding. I'm not playing with these people.
Free, who was a victim of Sean Carter.
I went to go try to find more information on Free and Jay-Z, you guys, and on Google I saw someone else ask a question that stated, who is Free from 106 and Park's baby daddy? So are we just going to ignore the fact that Jay-Z had a baby with Free from 106 and Park? I mean, I'm dying to know how that kid is doing. Yeah, I know I'm bringing up old news, but come on, it's Jay-Z and Free from 106 and Park. That's like hip-hop royalty and a TV personality. What a wild combo. And before we get into the rest of this video about Free, you guys, I wanted to just mention that I think that R. Kelly snitched on Diddy, y'all. Because back when that Surviving R. Kelly thing was in full swing on the internet, you guys, nobody was trying to touch R. Kelly, not Jay-Z or Diddy, and they was known to be frequenting with him every so often, y'all. And then when R. Kelly got caught up and they didn't come and ransom his age, y'all, I really believe that R. Kelly snitched on Diddy and Jay-Z. Hell, you know, R. Kelly used to love carrying around that duffel bag with them videotapes. I bet you Diddy and Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and some more people was on there allegedly.
Free.
Yeah, I do know Free.
When, how, where, what rooms? Just
from back in the day. I mean, BET events. She hosted events that I was at. We were New York girls together. I was a Philly girl, but for real, I spent more time in New York than I did at home. In the height of my career, I was always in Manhattan. We were always, we were friends. I remember the last night we got to hang out. It was me, her, Belial, and El DeBarge. And she, she was the MC and she hosted us that night. And we had a great time. I miss her out here.
We will bring her back. If AJ has a chance, Free has even more chance.
AJ got a chance because Freeze was stolen. I wish I could talk more about it. But the simple fact that she's not in broadcasting and her child is now grown, it's unfair. A female in broadcasting, a woman of color. Happiest I ever saw her was with Nokio. And I don't think anyone ever really understood why they broke up. Nokio did go to Diddy parties.
I love Free. Free was an amazing host. I love Free. But Free and AJ just all of a sudden gone. And they replaced them with Terrence and Roxy. But why? Old conspiracies become new again. So the old conspiracy theory is allegedly Free had a baby by Jay-Z, y'all. So yeah, they say Free had a baby by Jay-Z, and that was the reason for her sudden exit from 106 and Park. They say that it was hidden from the public, and this old interview has surfaced of Wendy Williams talking about it, like back when it was actually happening. When it was actually happening, Wendy Williams put it on blast, and she was talking. You gotta go look for it. I'm not putting interviews up here, but Wendy Williams is talking about how Free is in the hospital right at this moment, just gave birth. Jay-Z is there, and she also had another lady call in at the time saying that her sister was at the same hospital at the same time giving birth, 2 doors down. And yes, Free was there, and yes, Jay-Z was there, and yes, they had a son. Yeah, so that's the word. Problem is, I'm all over Free social media, and I don't see it. I don't see the son. Maybe I didn't look for enough. I just peeped it. I didn't go through her social media much. But it is a ton of stories resurfacing right now about Free having a baby, having a son with Jay-Z, and this was years prior to the other baby being born. And Wendy is a hot mess. Wendy was clowning, talking about Free had the air, Beyonce's gonna have the spare.
But I just got this note from Nicole, who's my right arm back there in the office. Free gave birth Monday. 50 and Jay-Z was there. She gave birth in Brooklyn at Methodist Hospital. Who do we shout out to? Oh, hell. Beyonce. What you gonna do now, babe? Damn. Oprah. What? Oprah today. No, but she's going to be talking about whether she's pregnant on Oprah. She damn sure is not going to talk about whether her fiance or boyfriend or whatever, planted one in the next broad. Damn. Was it a boy or a girl?
Oh, we're twins.
I try to bust a nut, he bust a nut.
Oh, he's held it down in the fashion world with Rockaware and his very own Reebok shoe. He owns an elite sports bar, the 4040 Club, and he has had his own record label for years.
All right, he's here today to introduce us to his latest group to come up from the Rockefeller family.
Make the noise
for Jay-Z! Jay-Z in the building.
Put some lines on the countdown. No doubt. We're going to take a moment, y'all, and check out the new releases questions for today. Remember, when it comes to new music, goody got it. We're gonna start it off with Jay-Z.
106 and Park, BET's Top 10 Live. Got Jay-Z, Solange, Beyoncé up in the house.
No doubt. Now, Beyonce, Kelly has her album. Are you working on your solo album? Is it coming out soon?
Yeah, I'm in the studio right now. Hopefully it'll be out in February, March.
You got a single yet, or you just?
I'm still working on it. I want to do a little more before I decide what single I'm gonna do. But I'm very happy for Kelly also. If y'all don't have her record, go and get it.
It's the bad part of the show because we got to say goodbye to Jay-Z, Solange, Beyonce right now. We got to thank y'all for coming through. Anything y'all want to say to the people?
Back though.
Holla.
Holla. Nah, we appreciate all the love out there. And pick up the blueprint too. Pick up Solange CD. AJ got a Christmas party at Cheetah popping off. See, there you go.
AJ gonna be there?
Yeah, performing live.
The fly's out.
Surprise performance.
Wow.
Yeah, performing live.
The fly's out.
Surprise performance.
Wow.
Yeah, performing live.
The fly's out.
Surprise performance.
Wow.
Yeah, performing live.
The fly's out.
Surprise performance.
Wow.
Yeah, look out for that. B, you got anything to say?
Thank y'all. Nice to be here again.
All right.
Definitely.
We're gonna keep it.
Free from 106 and Park took to her social media, you guys, as of 12 days ago. And this is what she had to say. She's so beautiful. Black don't crack, baby. I miss you, Free.
Love it feel like a change in your body, your system, and your soul, and you can feel the change. Like you literally feel it. And so you have to acknowledge it. I literally, for the first time, am okay. This is crazy. Hold on to your seats. I'm okay with being disliked. I'm cool with it. I was not put here to be liked by everybody. My name is Free. Powerful word, no matter how you spin it. How many synonyms you use to discredit it. It's powerful.
So, that was the voice of Free. Y'all know Free. Miss Marie Wright from 106 in Park. Now, me, I graduated in 2000, y'all. Now I'm telling my age. However, I'm very familiar with Free and AJ. Free was the shit, okay? Honestly, back in the day, she used to give me Mary J. Blige vibes. But while I wanted to do Inside the Mindset of Free, it is all in collaboration with everything that's going on right now. You don't know who Free is. You probably don't even need to be on my TikTok because you're too young. But she is another very beautiful, talented, intelligent woman whose career was just completely decomposed and demolished by the powers that be. Let's get into it. Let's get to the tea, okay? Allegedly, first of all, Wendy Williams, if she was here while all this shit was going on, oh my God. Tell me we don't need Wendy Williams right now. We do. She, put it out there when Free had a baby with Jay-Z. After that, she got kicked off of 106 in Park. We ain't heard from Free. That footage that you just heard of her talking, that was 8 days ago. I really feel like she feels free, ironically, to speak her story, to tell her truth. Because, universal law is you get what you put into this world, you get that back. And I think she's starting to see, starting with Diddy, starting to see that the walls are coming down. I want y'all to take a look at this clip from 106 in Park with Beyonce and Jay-Z raggedy ass was on there.
AJ got a Christmas party and Cheetah popping off. See, there you go. Ain't you gonna be there? Yeah, performing live. The fly's out. Surprise performance. Wow. Look out for that. B, you got anything to say?
Thank y'all. Nice to be here again.
All right.
This is where I think Free mindset is. Her entire career was snatched from her over, allegedly, a nigga, Jay-Z. I believe it. I'm saying allegedly because how can I possibly know that this is true? But do I believe it? Absolutely. So many people have been affected by people in their fake earthly power. The elite, the celebrities. Yuck. It's disgusting. To me. You can't find any pictures of Free and her son when he was little. When he was like, if you got pictures, it's because you took them. Absolutely. She has a baby with Jay-Z, in my opinion. I think that Free right now is like, I really hope that it trickles down like a domino effect because I want my life back. If you know, if you're in the industry, especially if you live in New York, Jaguar Wright has spoken on Miss Free, Marie Wright. A couple of people have spoken on Free. And it's so hard to even do, honestly, an Inside the Mindset of Free because she hasn't said anything in all of these years. But that clip that you heard when this video first started. Free could rap, she could sing, she could do it all. Clearly, Jay-Z has a type. Because her, Beyonce, Blue Cantrell, Kathy.
Who remember this? Please tell me somebody remember this. My mother was a big hip-hop fan, so we used to get all of the latest magazines and everything. But tell me y'all do not remember this, saying that he had a child. She started NDA.
She actually died screaming. And the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous?
So y'all, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because I have spent days working on this video. I have been working on this video since Diddy got apprehended, y'all. I'm trying to bring y'all the news. I ain't trying to take Wendy Williams' spot, you know, but I ain't no Tasha K. Shout out to Tasha K. She got it going on over there. I was looking for information about this Kathy White person, you guys, and I ran across this screenshot from Yahoo Entertainment, and it stated, and as I tried to find the source of the screenshot, you guys, I ran across this lady named Liz Crokin, who has her own website, you guys, and wrote about a situation concerning that Kathy White girl as well as Jay-Z. She went on to write an article called Jay-Z and the Mistress. The truth about Jay-Z's alleged mistress, Kathy White, and her potential unaliving. Liz wrote this article March 8th of 2024. So thank you, Liz, for taking the time out to write this article. She goes on to say, in August of 2011, I was working as a senior editor for Star Magazine. My boss asked me to look into online blog reports claiming that a woman named Kathy White, who friends called Corey, was having an affair with Jay-Z. The blog that reportedly first broke the affair story was published by Hollywood Street King in an article titled Busted, Jay-Z Caught Cheating on Beyoncé with Kathy White in August of 2010. Liz goes on to say, I managed to get a hold of Kathy at her job in New York over the phone. During our first conversation, she denied having an affair with Jay-Z. Furthermore, she also claimed that she had never hung out with him or had even met him. I then uncovered photos of Kathy hanging with Jay-Z and Diddy no less at Town nightclub in Las Vegas. So I called her back and I asked her about the photo evidence that debunked her initial claim that she had never met or hung out with Jay-Z. At this point, Kathy expressed to me that she would consider going public with her story. Days later, I tried to reach her at her work with no luck. I finally got a hold of one of her colleagues, and I asked her if she knew why Kathy had been MIA, and her colleague shockingly told me she's dead. Upon hearing this, I felt sick, and my immediate gut feeling was that she was murdered. The police at the time said she died of an aneurysm. I found it highly suspicious that a seemingly healthy 28-year-old woman would die from an aneurysm, and the timing and death sure was convenient for Jay-Z. Sources told me that Kathy had told Jay-Z that she was considering going public with Star via me after we talked. There were also online blogs that reported this too. I ran a small story on this that appeared in Star at the time, and I wanted to pursue this story further, particularly investigate if she was indeed murdered. However, I was discouraged from doing so. My boss was not interested in running a follow-up piece. There were blogs that reported that after I talked to Kathy, she reached out to Jay-Z and told her she may go public about their affair. Years later, I met sources who knew both Jay-Z and Kathy and inside information on her death. They strongly believed Jay-Z had her murdered to silence her, and one source told me Jay-Z had law enforcement and even coroners in his back pocket. The source also said that there are corrupt coroners in New York City who will rule homicides as natural deaths for cash. In 2020, Crazy Days and Nights reported this. This A-list host / model is also an actress. Our host has always stayed quiet about the death of her friend, but has become more convinced over the years that the permanent A+ list rapper had her friend unalived. It just seems too convenient that he wanted her out of the picture, and shortly after he said that, the friend ended up unalive. The blind item later revealed the A-list host was Claudia Jordan, the rapper was Jay-Z, and Claudia's friend was Kathy. Also, Crazy Days and Nights has also reported that Rita Ora and others have said you don't want to cross Jay-Z because you fear you will be unalived. On August 28, 2011, Beyoncé announced her first pregnancy at the VMAs. the VMAs. A few days later, it broke in the press that Kathy had passed away. However, I had known about Kathy's death days before it broke in the media. It would have been a PR nightmare for Beyoncé and Jay-Z if Kathy did a tell-all around the time they had crafted her over-the-top pregnancy announcement that was obviously engineered as a Hollywood publicity stunt for the power music couple. Diddy, who hung out with Jay-Z when he was with Kathy, has also been accused of getting rid of his ex-girlfriend Kim Porter, who also died under suspicious circumstances. Kim Porter's baby daddy, I'll Be Sure, has suggested that she was murdered according to Radar. Jaguar Wright has also said that she absolutely believes without hesitation Diddy has something to do with Kim's death. And furthermore, Jaguar has also claimed that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient.
Y'all remember earlier in the video we had touched slightly on that recent lawsuit that Little Rod had accused Diddy of unaliving people and trafficking people, as well as blackmailing people and allegedly inappropriately touching on children. The suit also alleges that Diddy had control of the police in multiple major cities, just as I was told Jay-Z does. Furthermore, in 2016, Kanye West publicly called out Jay-Z for having killed on stage at the concert. It also should be noted that Jay-Z raps about murder and has also entire songs about murder, such as Murder and There's Been a Murder. Also, back in 2011 at Star, we were constantly receiving tips about Jay-Z having alleged affairs and also information that he allegedly had a love child and or multiple love children. Years later, Beyoncé called Jay-Z out for having an affair in Lemonade.
Jay-Z called me, bro. You still ain't called me. I've been sent here to give y'all the truth. Jay-Z called me. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you that killer. Please don't send him out my head.
Finally, let's not forget that Jay-Z is pals with satanic witch Marina Abramovic, who we learn conducts demonic spirit cooking rituals involving blood, semen, and breast milk. This was exposed in John Podesta's emails that revealed that Hillary Clinton's associates used quote-unquote pizza, a known pedo code word confirmed by the Wall Street Journal, Department of Justice records, the FBI, and other sources, in a context that doesn't apply to food. I know it's a lot of Jay-Z fans out there, like my sister, who are going to feel some type of way about this, but just like the horrific allegations against Diddy, this Jay-Z story ain't going away either, y'all.
Why would you risk it, babe? Is that the price that I pay? I done put in a call, come to ring the alarm. She gon' fuck that shit, I'm so act quick in it, cause you ain't never seen a fire like the one I'm a call. I can't let you go, and if I let you go, how can you look at me and take everything I own, I let you go. But this is my show, and I'm gonna let you go. And that's the other thing that I got only just for you. All it's been paid for, and it's mine.
The mistress that everybody be accusing of being Blue's mom, which is interesting that he named Blue when he used to fuck with Blue Kentrell, but whatever. We gonna keep it focused on Free. It would be so dope if BET bought back 106 in Park and bought AJ and Free back. I don't care if they older. I don't care. Like, Free was so beloved. Even 2 weeks ago, Usher recognized her at one of his concerts. Like, y'all better give it up for Free from 106 in Park. When you type in Free on Google, Free, and then the number 1, she come up immediately. Like, I really feel like this is one of the most slept on Black women in broadcasting careers, in the history of broadcasting careers. And the fact that she's never even been brought back to BET to host a show, to do anything, her whole career was just shut down. Y'all think about that for what? I remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember 106 in Park the day that they announced that Free wasn't coming back and the show was over. AJ was crying, real tears. Free was on the phone. And this is around the time when allegedly she found out she was pregnant by Jay-Z. Like, if you wasn't living during that time, then you probably don't remember. And on top of that, we didn't have social media. Everything was word of mouth. How we used to even find out about shit is crazy to me, because we didn't have social media. So we really was getting it in with the tea. But as far as Free is concerned, I feel like her mindset is it's creating a foundation for being actually free. She said that even in the clip. My name is Free. That's so powerful. She said, all of a sudden, I just feel this weight lifted off my shoulders. I just feel free. She knows that karma is universal law, y'all. What you get in, what you put into this universe, you get it back. It's universal law. That's why I stay trying to be not trying to be a good person, letting good things come out of my mouth, letting good thoughts come into my head so I can manifest nothing but what God wants for me. God wants us to be happy. God wants us to be free. This woman has been deprived of living a normal life, of being free, of being the talented, beautiful woman that she is. Of course, she still be moving around and all of that, but she never was ever able to thrive like she should have. Free was loved. She was cherished. She is an icon in the BET community. Just like Donnie Simpson and them back in the day. Y'all remember? Period. Just like the Don Cornelius Soul Train. Like, she's one of them. One of the greatest hosts and one of the most beloved hosts of all time. You remember her hair. You remember her laugh. She was thicker than a Snicker. Like, Free was giving. Period. Like, we want you back, sis. And I feel like her mindset is she ready to be back. She ready for people to be held accountable for what the fuck they did to her.
Free, who was a victim of Sean Carter. Yeah. Mary J. Blige, who was a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Allegedly.
Situation you're saying, I wish that situation would be investigated further.
No, to be investigated. Period.
Period.
It was never investigated. Hype was never questioned. Lenny Kravitz made a statement, and it was never publicized. She was unconscious. She didn't choose to get on that plane. There were phone calls made. There were witnesses who signed NDAs. Why would you need to sign a non-disclosure agreement about a plane crash and what happened leading up to it? Please, someone answer that. A plane crash should be accidental.
Should be.
Why would any testimony about what happened leading up to it need to be covered under a non-disclosure agreement if there wasn't foul play? There were over 25 non-disclosure agreements cashed out regarding the death of that beautiful girl and every other human being that died on that plane with her. And Diddy and Jay-Z.
Y'all can't make me hate Jaguar, right? And can't nobody tell me that she's lying, because she is just too passionate. And this vendetta, whatever vendetta she has against Jay-Z, y'all, is warranted. Because when you go and look at Jaguar's Wikipedia page, y'all, it is nothing but Jay-Z down the whole entire page. So I believe anything this girl is saying to me, because why? What reason she got to lie? I've been watching Jaguar's interviews on Real Life Street Stars and other blogs that she has went on. Sean Davy Wade, Tasha K. She's been on a lot of blogs, y'all, and she's always had a lot of things to say about everybody in the industry. And one thing that I have never heard was anybody following up with a lawsuit towards Jaguar for what she has said, or any of these celebrities ever came back and tried to file defamation against her or slander or anything of that nature, you guys. But they've never tried to shut her down, and she's just had so much to say over the years, y'all. She done exposed everybody. One thing I want to know is, why wasn't Aaliyah's properly investigated, and why would they let someone of Aaliyah's stature in the movie industry as well as the music industry allow for her to get on a crop duster? That doesn't even make any sense. I also heard through the grapevine, you guys, that someone else had offered her their plane, but the team that she was with insisted that she still get on the crop duster. And I feel like if Missy Elliott knows something, she needs to speak up. Speak up, girl, speak up. I really feel like that a lot of celebrities knew what was going on with Aaliyah behind closed doors. They just didn't know what to do at the time about the situation because they were trying to rise up in their own careers as well. But that's still a messed up reason not to speak up. It's literally been 23 years, and I really just feel like if anybody knows something about what happened when Aaliyah got on the plane, like, it's just now the right time. It's just now is the right time. Like, let's not waste any more time. Because I feel like if these celebrities really cared and if they were really passionate about Aaliyah as they so claimed to be when they spoke at her funeral.
To the world and to her fans, Aaliyah was known as Aaliyah, but to us, her extended family was known as Baby Girl. And I think that what we got to learn out of this is to appreciate each other while we're here on earth and never take for granted that someone will be here tomorrow. And we're going to keep Aaliyah's legacy alive. I didn't write anything. I just felt like I had to come from the heart. And I love you, Aaliyah, and you're forever missed.
Missy Elliott accepted this Music Innovation Honor Award from TV One Represent You Guys alongside her longtime homegirl who also knew what was going on, Little Kim. And although Missy Elliott had also got emotional during this speech that she gave in recognition for her thanks and appreciation, do you think that she mentioned Aaliyah? Because Aaliyah was the one who really put a lot of them on through the songs. I mean, I know that they had their own motion going, but you can't lie. You can't say that Aaliyah didn't help boost up their careers.
And I'm very emotional because when I'm around and I think I look back over my life and I was sick. I couldn't even hold a pen to write. And it was so much to say, give up. But as I stand here with all of you, I thank you because there's so much talent in this room. The energy, everything about us. I want y'all to know that we are special. Black people, we are special. Understand.
Even before the death of Aaliyah, you guys, even before Jay-Z and P. Diddy went to Aaliyah's funeral, you guys, to pay their last respects, although social media feels as if they are the ones responsible for her demise.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh.
He's smarter. He's patient.
The first time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. He showed up as a nigga that was with Big L. Yes. Big L was who put Jay-Z on. And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z. Doing songs with Biggie and building a working camaraderie with Honeycombs. And then Biggie died, Tupac died. There was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game, and it's all Jay-Z. He will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. If you're a halfway intelligent person, when do you start questioning how lucky some motherfuckers keep getting?
Wow.
I want to tell everybody in the world all the things that Big L told me about you when I was young.
So this Big L is associated.
Big L is the one that put Jay-Z on. Jay-Z was the last person to see Big L alive.
Wait, so this Big L person is not living on this earth no more?
He's been dead for years.
Word in these social media streets, you guys, that allegedly Jay-Z and Beyoncé are going to be investigated by federal authorities next because either Rkelly already told on them or Diddy is currently telling on them now because Jay-Z has already cut all contact with Diddy as of last year or the last few years now. And it's also being said that Beyoncé is trying to get out of bed with Jay-Z, you guys, and that Jay-Z has recently been seeking out defense attorneys as well as divorce attorneys.
So we coming to you live, Diddy late nights. Anything can happen. I'm just vibing. It's so wide. You gotta keep that.
Do you guys think that Beyoncé knew what was going on with Jay-Z and Diddy, or do you think that she was oblivious to what Diddy had going on with Cassie? Because although word in these social media streets is that Jay-Z groomed Beyoncé, they've been together well over 20 years, you guys. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure by now she has to know what type of person she married. Because after doing my research, I found that Jay-Z has been knowing Beyoncé since she was about 15 or 16, all although he didn't start dating her until she turned 18, you guys, the rumors is that he knew about her before she knew about him. Jay-Z started dating Beyoncé when he was 31 years old and she was 18. And again, people want to emphasize that he was 27 when he first got introduced to Beyoncé around the age of 15 or 16. Before Beyoncé, Jay-Z briefly dated Aaliyah. Jay-Z and Beyoncé dated for 7 years. And also during that time period, there was a lot of cheating allegations on Jay-Z's behalf, including with Free from 106 in Park. That didn't stop Beyoncé and Jay-Z from secretly marrying on April 4th of 2008. I used to think differently about Beyoncé telling Jay-Z that he taught her how to be a woman, but now with these allegations, it just seems as if she's just confirming to him that you groomed me. So you taught me everything that I knew about men because I was so gullible and naive before I met you. What else does Beyoncé have to compare to? A high school relationship?
Hi, my name is Beyoncé. Beyoncé Giselle knows, and I'm 16 years old. I just turned 16 about 4 or 5 days ago. My birthday is September 4th, 1981. I'm a Virgo. And for my birthday, I got my belly button pierced. And what I do in the group, I'm the lead singer, and my role in the group, my personality of the group is the serious one, the mother of the group, the one that try to get everybody in line.
How to be a woman. You taught me how to live. You taught me how to be a friend. You've given me so much in life, and this is not enough. It's not enough I can give you. I just want you to be happy, and every year I'm even more in love with you, and I want to spend every day of my life with you.
And then Jay-Z admitted to cheating on Beyoncé. Allegedly, Jay-Z caused Beyoncé to have a miscarriage in 2011. Beyoncé gave birth to their first child, Blue Ivy, on January 7th, 2012. In 2014, Solange fought Jay-Z for cheating on her sister. They've been married over 15 years, you guys, and have 3 children together.
Jay-Z up next. Jaguar is now alleging that Jay-Z is actually a lot worse than P. Diddy. He's just more smarter and calculated. Jaguar alleges that Jay-Z also plays a part in grooming young girls in the early 90s, such as Foxy, Brown, and Aaliyah, to name a few, and you know who else, but I can't say her name because her fans are going to go crazy in my comments. Take a look.
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a fuck if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was a girl that didn't want you.
Oh, let the church say amen?
I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you moved his ass around and out of Rockefeller so tough and then just moved right over to Def Jam. By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
That was a murder. You know what I'm saying? That was a spiritual murder, whether people know it or not.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling?
Hi, my name is Beyoncé. Beyoncé Giselle knows.
From the Austin Powers shit, it was some of the worst shit ever. They were having a hard time taking her solo, and then Aaliyah died. And then they brought Rich Harrison in, and you know, she liked posing with him in pictures for Page 6. Aaliyah didn't.
So I was going to go search who Rich Harrison was, y'all, because all of this is new to me. This was when I was a little girl, so I had to go and do lots of research. And when I went to go look for Rich Harrison, I found this post on Twitter from June of 2022. Someone named DJ Crooked said, now that this Bayhive swarm is dying down, LOL, here's the actual factual true story. DJ Sir Charles just wrote this incredible breakdown of how he worked with Anne-Marie and Beyonce Records with Rich Harrison for Columbia during the early 2000s. And allegedly, this is the real story behind the Anne-Marie, Rich Harrison, and Beyonce triangle. And I just want to add a small disclaimer in here, y'all, that God is creating this video. I am not making this video today. It is God, and he has been making this video for the last few days. And if you know, you know, and what's understood does not need to be explained. I don't know. I just feel like this is spiritual warfare going on, and God is telling me to pick and choose what content to show you guys today, and that is what I am doing. I am being obedient and following what God tells me to do. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop back into the video. It goes on to say nobody, and I mean nobody, knows exactly what happened in this situation but me. For years, I've heard every assumption, theory, perception, etc. of what happened. I came to Columbia Records January 2001 from TVT Records. Coming in as the new hire, my job was to rebuild the DJ department and repurpose the focus of the street team. My title was Senior Director of DJ Marketing and Promotion, same position I held at MCA and TVT. My first project coming in was Anne-Marie's first album. She wasn't a priority at all. Her manager had a great relationship with the SVP and was able to secure a deal for his artist Anne-Marie. I was asked to make this project work. Coming from DC, I was already familiar with Rich Harrison and his production history with Chucky Thompson, etc. The first single they played for me was Talking to Me. I liked it, but not as a first single. They even shot a video and were ready to put it out. I listened to the whole album and I told them, why don't we fall in love? I said that fits her vibe. It's a real girl next door sweetheart kind of vibe. The label and Rich said that's not a full song. It's just an interlude and it's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds long. I said, let's extend the intro with a 4-bar loop and DJs will cut it up. They said, whatever you want to do. Corey, Rooney, and Rich brought me to Sony Studios and made the edit. At the time, I was in Technician's DJ crew and we were 400 national influential DJs. We had a meeting. I said, I need the squad to get behind this record. We all played it weeks in a row. I was on Music Choice spinning weekly. We had DJs in every city and every station that mattered. We did a mix show retreat in Vegas and invited Anne-Marie and they met her and the rest is history. So while this is happening, Beyonce is going solo with her new single, Work It, from the Gold member Austin Powers movie. In a company staff meeting, I told the staff and CEO when they asked my opinion as the new guy if the record was a hit, I said no. I said not after the hit she had in Destiny's Child. Everyone in the meeting was shocked. I even got reprimanded. I said I actually come from radio, WPGC, and no one in the company has my experience. I said the record will be #1, most added, and drop off the Billboard charts in 2 weeks. It did just that. Anne-Marie was on fire. She crushed all the other women on the label, most airplay. So the head of Urban came to my office around 7 p.m. I worked late. He asked me to call Rich and get a track for Beyonce. I called Rich while Mark was in my office and asked Rich, and he said he had the perfect song. I'm sure it was originally for Anne-Marie, but her management was trying to get a of Rich's production deals. So Rich was like, I got this song, Crazy in Love. He sent it. I loved it. Beyonce cut it. It came out hot as fire. The label, aka my bosses, hated the record. They said it was a regional sounding DC go-go record that was too noisy and it would not work with radio. So Beyonce and her dad decided to put Jay-Z on as a rap duet to make it hotter. Label heard it and said it was whack. Now keep in mind the marquee rapper in Colombia was Nas. Nas was the one who slammed Jay with Ether, so now it's political. Nas was about to leave unhappy with how things were going, so I was instructed to stop promoting Crazy in Love and focus on Me, Myself, and I. I told my bosses that song is 84 BPM. Crazy is 99 BPM. I said it won't work and I kept pushing Crazy. So Epic Urban merges with Columbia Urban and I'm the first one from Colombian side that gets laid off. I know it was because of Crazy. So Matthew calls me and pays me to keep pushing Crazy. I did from March 3rd to June 3rd. I also did Naughty Girl and Baby Boy. The label said the album was mediocre at best and they wanted B to do a duet with Rkelly. She said no. They said the single was on fire. Now they are shooting a video to Crazy and the rest is history. They took all the credit, but my technician crew broke those records. So now B is on fire and they are dropping the other 2 records I set up, all hits. So now months later in the fall, I get a call from Anne-Marie and her manager. They come to my house and I sit in the driveway in their car and they play One Thing. They submitted it in May and the label rejected it. So now it's like October. I'm like, this record is fire. They call Rich and I'm telling all of them I can set this record up. They say J-Lo wants it. I said, if you give up this record, you are going to regret it. They hired me. I set it out and worked it organically until it broke during the Christmas holidays. Of course, now the label is behind it by March and shoots a video with Eve. The rest is history. Rich Harrison created that sound. All the demos for Beyonce, Anne-Marie, J-Lo, and Janet Jackson, that's another story, and Toni Braxton have Rich singing the songs in falsetto with the exact style and delivery. Anne-Marie was the first I heard to sing in the style, but it was Rich who wrote and produced those songs, period. Beyonce changed her style and adapted to the energy and demanding style. Anne-Marie's career path without the Richie Harrison up-tempo, 99 BPM chemistry just didn't work with all of the singles she released without Rich. Beyonce kept on that 96 to 99 party BPM going and DJs kept playing it. True story. They also posted more screenshots that read, "That is exactly it," including the fact that the labels hated on those songs. Footy got Wendy Williams to play Anne-Marie. She broke that record in New York and I broke it in the clubs. And this was when Wendy Williams had worked for 98.7 KISS FM in New York City. They go on to say, yes, this was all happening during the takeover / ether war. And that's why people have been quiet about it since on both sides. And there was this other screenshot that read, when Harrison first played the beat to Beyonce, the Texan singer initially had doubts as it seemed too retro. No one used horn riffs in the 21st century. However, she came around to the idea and gave the songwriter 2 hours to pen the song while she disappeared for a break. And 120 minutes later, Harrison had written the verses and the hook, leaving the bridge for Beyonce.
And then they brought Rich Harrison in, and you know, she liked posing with him in pictures for Page 6. Aaliyah didn't. She fell in love with Dame. And Aaliyah's gone. And you have to start asking yourself questions after being in this business for this long. If you're a halfway intelligent person, when do you start questioning how lucky some motherfucker keep getting?
And this is Diddy's bodyguard, Gene Deal, you guys. And he said that Jay-Z was dating Beyonce when she was 18. He was describing Diddy and Jay-Z cheating on G-Lo and Beyonce with white girls. And he says she was a teenager at the time and she was probably 18 at the time that Jay was messing with her. And Puff and J-Lo dated in the 90s. So Jay was definitely with Beyonce as a teenager.
Oh, no doubt. She was a teenager. I think Beyonce was probably 18 at the time when Jay was messing with her. It was Beyonce, Kelly with her little saditic ass, and Michelle. And Damon Dash was being squeezed by 2 white girls. And we was in the club, Eugene's in the back, on the side. So I'm watching everybody and stuff like that. So Michelle and Beyonce was dancing, having fun and shit like that. Dame Dash, Jay-Z, Beyonce, the whole Destiny Child, Kelly with her little... Because she was, you know, like she had an attitude problem. But Beyonce and that girl Michelle, they was dancing, having fun and everything like that. Dame was there, Jay. They were just talking and chilling and everything like that. There were certain bars and restaurants that was set up that Jay-Z and Puff used to go to. And they'll meet their little skinny white girl there. They used to deal with these little white girls that had that British accent. I don't know, it sounded British to me. That they could go to the restaurant and go in the restaurant and the girls would go up under the table and boof them in the restaurant. And the reason I could say Jay-Z too is because when him and Puff used to meet up, he used to say to Puff, "How your little skinny white girl doing?"
I don't know who this guy is, you guys, but I found him on Twitter, and the caption read, Jay's own man said Jay-Z never had an adult relationship, and Jay-Z liked teens. He knows Jay-Z and been around B, and he said Jay-Z manipulated the situation of them being on the plane together, so Jay would end up sitting next to Beyonce to continue spitting game. And Beyonce had just broke up with her boyfriend at the age of 18 and 19, and Jay-Z moved right on in.
He was so thrown off. It just threw him off his game. She was like, "Thank you for believing in me." And like he was a fan. She treated him like a fan. And he was like, I'm bigger than her, like way bigger. Yeah, she was trained. Beyonce had trained lines that she would say. Like, thank you. Like, she would speak to the public. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. It was just nothing, like, it was so, everything with her was guarded. You weren't going to get an honest conversation out of her. She was going to stay, like, I got to present myself. She was not going to. That was, she told him, she shook his hand and said, thank you for believing in me. He said, LaToya Luckett was bad, too. Yeah, they all was bad. It was, thank you for believing in me. Nick was like, that's why she's shaking his hand and he's just sitting there like, he's like, he literally came back.
This is how Jay-Z was able to move in, because she was heartbroken. And Jay came in like the snake. What's happening? Why you over here crying? Jay had to manipulate. See, people, they hear this thing. It just happened to be we was on the same plane at the same time. No, it wasn't. Jay knew she was going to be on the plane and had it arranged that he was going to be on the same plane. Don't let Jay fool you. Jay's a snake. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all still don't understand it yet. After all these years, y'all ain't figured this out. Y'all done seen all the activities of this dude being a snake and then still don't want to believe he's a snake. 17, oh, that's Jay's age, dang. If it ain't a teen, then he don't get his attention. Rihanna was a teen. All of them was teens. The diva Rihanna. She's from Barbados? Yeah. Okay. Okay, she's Bayesian. How did you come in contact with her? I mean, did you fly over there? No, Jay Brown actually bought me the song. She had a song right now that says, I want to say Massive, when I first heard the song. And I was like, you know what, bring her by. And when she walked in the office, I was like, you know, she just had, it was just something about her. It was just, she had this, you know, it was just something about it. And then sat down and we talked. We signed it that night, really. The 3 in the morning was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 in the morning.
I found this one post on Reddit, you guys. Someone has said that he started the rumor of Jay-Z and Rihanna because it was his job to promote Riri's new single. He said they definitely had a relationship, but that he had to cover it up because Jay-Z was with Beyoncé. And Rihanna was underage. This is Jay-Z's pattern. Along with Foxy Brown, his alleged baby mama, etc. His relationship with Diddy and Rkelly is a little too close for comfort.
Oh yeah, she said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief. But then he said something about a window and a door or something. Oh, then he said, he did it one more. I did a lot of work on you. He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
Rosario Dawson, teen. Aaliyah, teen. Man, it's a bunch of teeners. For a man who was 30. Bunch of teens in there. I'm just saying, Foxy Brown, super teen. We talking like 15. She said it, Foxy said it on the song. And I was like, she says it on the song, so you can't say.
Jay-Z and Foxy Brown's relationship in the 90s began after a 15-year-old Foxy Brown was included in LL Cool J's I Shot Ya and I Shot Ya remix. Afterwards, Foxy Brown was featured on multiple tracks by major artists at the time, and though perhaps none greater than her frequent collaborator / co-writer Jay-Z, their first major duet, Ain't No Ninja, was featured on the soundtrack for the Eddie Murphy movie The Nutty Professor, released in 1996. However, the song itself was recorded in 1994, and Foxy Brown was born September 6, 1978, putting her age at around 14 or 15 during the recording of the song. The song begins with Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. Yeah, Jay-Z, what? I keep it fresher than the next itch. No need for you to ever sweat the next itch with speed. I make the best itch see the exit indeed. Followed by, you gotta know you're thoroughly respected by me. You get the keys to the Lexus with no driver. You got your own 96 something to ride. And keep your ASS tight up in Versace, that's why. The chorus is a duet between the two. Ain't no ninja like the one I got. No one can uck you better. Sleeps around, but he gives me a lot. Keeps you in diamonds and leathers. Friends will tell me I should leave you alone. Tell the freaks to find a man of their own, man of their own, man of their own. And while reports say she was 17 while the song was released in 1996, official records state that all of the pre-mixed recordings, including vocals, were completed by 1994, aka while Foxy Brown was between the ages of 14 and 15. Her debut album, Il Nana, released when she was 17, also featured co-writing credits with Jay-Z, 5 to be exact. Notably, her titular song, Il Nana, wherein Carter was the primary co-writer, features this Method Man, who got the illest ussy on the planet. Sugar walls coming down, ninjas can't stand it. The Il Nana Nana, true absolute vodka, straight shots for the has-beens and have-nots. Dollar bill and it don't stop. We moving up, first the mansion, then the yacht. Sound proper, straight cash, get got. Bloodhounds trying to hunt down the brown fox, the Il Nana. Method Man did not contribute to the writing of these lyrics. This incredible sexual and graphic album found its tastemakers in Jay-Z and his cohorts. The lyrics and content to I'll Be, another addition on the album featuring Jay-Z, is too graphic for my own threshold. To those curious, the release date is put around 97 with the reissue, but the vocals were recorded at the approximate time the other vocals were recorded, sometime between 19 1994 through 1996, which would have put Foxy Brown at the ages of 14 or 16. Jay-Z continued to work with Foxy Brown for China Doll, released in January of 1999, and after this, their professional correspondence seemingly met its end. There has been multiple sources seemingly confirming the underage relationship between Foxy Brown and Jay-Z. 50 Cent, Wendy Williams, and Dame Dash, his former business partner, have either explicitly alluded to or outright confirmed relations between the two in the early to mid 90s, not to mention Foxy Brown herself. Dig into that hole at your own discretion. She clearly has not reached the healthy and loving state in her life that she deserves. Hope Jay-Z is giving her money on money on money. However, the most notable and public confirmation of this underage transgression on a Jay-Z's part comes from none other than Nas. And not in the last decade or decade previous, Nas relays exactly what everyone in the business had known out to the public in 2001 with his album Stillmatic on its single Ether. While the whole song targeted itself as a diss towards Jay-Z, it is the throwaway lines that capture our attention. Foxy got you hot because you kept your face in her puss. What you think you getting girls now because of your look? While Foxy Brown has had well-publicized occurrences with her mental health, which she does not admit it jarring that Jay-Z took her virginity at 15 and gave her a sexually transmitted infection, made her a drug mule, etc. And while her mental stability and legitimacy of these allegations may be in question, she may have retracted some allegations before representing them. These occurrences, alongside how Jay-Z's cohort, his former co-CEO Dame Dash, responding in interviews how they quote-unquote don't remember any details about Jay-Z even signing Foxy Brown, are clearly suspicious. Also, where is her career? I think some depraved-ish comparable to Rkelly and Aaliyah had also occurred to Foxy Brown and Jay-Z during the 90s. We do not protect black women at their most vulnerable. Even if you disagree with my post, look up for yourself the content and positioning Jay-Z created for Foxy Brown when she was 14, 15, and 16. Foxy Brown, if you ever see this, I hope you know that those aware desire justice for you. And I know that's right, because we want justice for everybody. Kim Porter, Aaliyah, Foxy Brown, Jaguar, Wright.
Like, I made it up. When she on the song saying it, that man, I can't name you an adult relationship Jay was in. That's all I can tell you.
It seems like people are still having this debate, though, on when Beyonce met and started dating Jay-Z. A thread of the timeline. Beyonce met Jay-Z in 1997 when she was 16 years old and he was 28 years old. Rkelly married Aaliyah when she was only 15 years old. Aaliyah died in a plane crash, ? Plane crashes are so rare. Beyonce worked together with Destiny's Child since we were 9 and touring together since we were 14. The story is she met Jay-Z at 18. Do we really believe what they say? ? Jay-Z will be a big takedown. In a 2007 interview, Jay-Z said he first noticed Beyonce 10 years ago when she did No, No, No. However long she's been recording, he said, Beyonce recorded the first Destiny's Child album at the age of 15, confirming he knew or has been checking for Beyonce since she was 15 or 16. Beyonce recorded No, No, No at the age of 15 and released it at the age of 16.
However long she's been recording. That's when I met her. Well, don't you remember how long it was? Yeah, when I met her. I mean, was it 5 years ago? Was it? I met her 10 years ago. But did you say to yourself at that time, "Wow"? That's a fantastic talent. Was that what you said? Yeah, yeah. You saw talent. You saw talent before you saw anything else. She was singing like a rapper. It was the first song with Wyclef, and she was singing really fast, and I was like, why is she singing so fast? And how is she? And then she was on key and everything. I was like, oh, that's a talented person.
In 2008, Beyonce did an interview with 17 magazine, and Beyonce talked about never living together with a man before Jay-Z and that he was the first adult man she had ever been with. Later in the interview, Beyonce revealed that she was 19 years old when she started dating Jay-Z, and that would have made him 31 years of age. In a song Jay-Z wrote, he said, Hov got a young girl, Hov got a young girl, still not quite 21, so high-strung, such a vibrant thing. I introduced myself, hi, Miss Thing, you're 19? No, you're a lightning in a bottle, I give you a ring. Tomorrow, the scene that follows screams of horror. Classic Stephen King novel. Mama don't think you should take someone so advanced in romance. You should just wait. Papa don't preach. Hove don't bite. Hove been through it. I might mold your life, cause I'ma show you right. Proper etiquette, how to hold your knife. Keep it competitive with Oprah's ice. Be like Janet. Take control of your life. In my opinion, you guys, it seemed as if Jay-Z has been a predator in the music industry for a long, long time, right alongside R. Kelly as well as Sean Diddy Combs. It seems as if Jay-Z's greed was the one to keep Destiny's Child from growing and prospering with us over the years and wanting it all to himself so that he could prosper and possibly even steal Beyonce's creative energy for himself. I mean, y'all heard Mary J. Blige when she said that he spiritually murdered Aaliyah. He was probably trying to do the same thing with Beyonce. Grooming teenagers is not new to Jay-Z. Before he was with Beyonce, he was with Aaliyah, who was much younger than him. Jay-Z's date of birth is 1969. Aaliyah's date of birth is 1979. Jay-Z obviously likes them young. Jay-Z and Dame dated Aaliyah after it was known R. Kelly was a pedo and married Aaliyah, and plus the Foxy rumors, who was 15 at the time, she worked with Jay-Z. Before getting married, Beyonce expressed how Jay-Z taught her how to be a woman. Needing a man this much is unhealthy for anyone. The feeling of needing a man is exactly what grooming causes. This is the main goal of a groomer. It hinders one from leaving a cheater or an abuser. More grooming and manipulation. Bun B, who did check on it with Beyonce, did an interview explaining how Jay-Z called during filming for the video and had all the men kicked off the set. Jay-Z's own insecurities caused him to control what Bae was doing. Listen to the full interview below.
None of us have ever really been this close to her as the full-fledged superstar that she is now. I think this is during the scene with the chairs. So it's like her and several other girls, and they all have these short skirts on or dresses, whatever, and they're all dancing seductively on the chair. They got a leg up on the chair, so you can kind of see the thigh and maybe a little bit of butt if you're staring hard enough. And Jay-Z calls and talks to one of her assistants. If I had to guess, it would be her cousin Angie that he would have talked to, because Angie has always been the right hand to Beyonce. And he's like, yeah, how's the video going? Oh, it's going good. Are the guys there? Yeah, they're there. You know, it's them and some of their homies. And we're the only, all of the guys that are with us are the only men there. And, well, let's say this. There were other men there, but they weren't straight.
Sure.
So he's like, wait a minute, how many dudes are there? And so she's like, oh, it's about 9 or 10 guys, I guess, over there. Where are they now? They're in here. They're in the soundstage. They're kind of watching, watching her film. What is she wearing? They describe the outfit, and he's like, yo, clear the room.
Wow.
So they immediately come over to us, and they kick all of us out, send us up to our dressing rooms.
Wow.
And we're told to stay there until we have to shoot.
Okay.
We're not allowed to watch Beyonce dance anymore in the video. And so I guess Beyonce gets wind of the call. She comes up, and she apologizes to us for having to, I'm so sorry you guys had to leave the room, but Jay's not comfortable. And we're like, no, we understand fully, right? We're like, no, it's no problem. We're happy.
When Jay-Z needed a hot feature for his and Dame's new artist, Emil, he called on Beyonce. This is 18-year-old Beyonce with 30-year-old Jay-Z on the video set for her song with Emil. He was already working his way in. After it was already public knowledge that R. Kelly married an underage Aaliyah and his SEX tape leaked with minors in 2002, Jay-Z went on to do 2 albums and a tour with R. Kelly, all by 2004. Nas also revealed in an interview that Jay-Z knew R. Kelly had minors in the studio. Birds of a feather flock together. In a 2013 interview, Beyonce's Uncle Larry stated that Jay-Z was quote-unquote after Beyonce and that she wasn't, going on to suggest that Beyonce didn't find Jay-Z attractive. Larry saying that Jay-Z was after Beyonce, but she wasn't, speaks to him plotting to get Beyonce very young and very early on, and her not wanting any dealings with him. That speaks volumes. It goes on to say that Beyonce's uncle exposes family secrets, and Kelly Rowland started something when she revealed her true feelings about Beyonce on her new single Dirty Laundry. Because now one of Beyonce's uncles is doing the same thing by revealing Beyonce was forced into show business by Matthew Knowles and that she didn't really want to marry Jay-Z. On Beyonce, before becoming Mrs. Jay-Z, He was after her and she wasn't. She told me she wasn't too particularly fond of him. I would see him with her in pictures of them, and I heard rumors they were together, and she told me no. You know how women get that look like ill? I guess she wasn't attracted to him, but as long as he treats her well and makes her happy, that's all I ever wanted. He's okay with me. On Beyoncé getting married, I was surprised she married him. I think she got tired of being alone. When you have as much money as she does, she has to be careful about people wanting her for her money. And apparently he had as much as she had. I don't think the family cared. Just that whatever he's doing, he's making money, and it made it okay. Beyoncé visiting Jay-Z during his concert in 2001. Beyoncé was only 19 years old here, while Jay-Z was 31 years old. They're already dating by this time, even according to Beyoncé's own words. Posted a few tweets prior. Imagine how old she was when they actually started talking. And then Jay-Z comes along and he does an interview with Vanity Fair October 1st, 2013, where he spoke on his rags to riches story, wooing Beyoncé and how Blue Ivy is his biggest fan. Jay-Z goes on to say that when he and Beyoncé were both featured on the cover of Vanity Fair's 2001 music issue, we were just beginning to try to date each other. Try? Well, you know, you've got to try first. You got to dazzle, wine, and dine. He tells Robinson that, of course, he pursued Beyoncé, and when asked if he hadn't been Jay-Z, say he had been a gas station attendant and she pulled up, would he have been able to date her? He responds, if I'm as cool as I am, yes. But she's a charming Southern girl, you know. She's not impressed, but I would have definitely had to be this cool. Jay confirms that the line on his latest album, She Was a Good Girl Till She Knew Me, is about Beyoncé. And when Robinson asked if she's not a good girl anymore, Jay laughs saying, nah, she's gangsta now.
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my fucking name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you?
You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend?
So Jack, what you say?
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to?
I really got questions, y'all. I got questions for Naomi Campbell, because girl, you was around Diddy and Kim Porter at the same time, and you still around to this very day, girl. What you know? Because it almost seems to me like you was happy to get Kim Porter out the way, because look at how you all up on Diddy. You must be one of them girls to smile in your friend's face and take her man behind her back. And we already know, girl, y'all was partying all the time. You was with him all the time. I really got questions for Mary J. Blige as well, because she ain't slick either. I really want to know. I feel like the people who know the most may be the ladies who were around at the time, and I'm talking Naomi Campbell, I'm talking Mary J. Blige, and I'm really definitely talking Lil' Kim. Because honestly, y'all, my real opinion about Lil' Kim is Lil' Kim knows something about Biggie Small's death, y'all. She was just too distraught at his funeral and everything, and she really loved that man. And I really think that she knows something about Diddy, y'all, and the fact that maybe allegedly she's been withholding information that could have brought the Notorious B.I.G. justice in his death, especially with society thinking that Diddy had something to do with it. Because in my personal opinion, you guys, Lil' Kim has not been the same since. Because she was so beautiful, you guys, back in the 90s. And I just don't know where did it all go wrong, y'all?
B.I.G. He's a very fat brother. I mean, you know, if I may say.
How did they do that, and big, and as in...
No, not P-H-A-T. I mean F-A-T.
Well, he's fat to me at P-H-A-T.
No, you know what I mean. But I'm surprised you were attracted to such a heavy-set man.
To me, he was gorgeous. He was cute.
You liked the way he looked.
Yeah, I love you. I love you, Biggie, and I know he's in this room right now.
Really?
I love my baby. That was my baby. He's a beautiful person. If you knew Biggie,
that's what everybody says.
You and Biggie would get along very well.
Really?
Biggie was everything to me at that time, and you know, there was a lot of things that I told myself, you know, when he was alive. Things like, you know, I wouldn't be able to make it without him, or I couldn't live without him, and God showed me like, hell yeah, watch this. And he wanted to let me know that I was a strong young woman and I could do it. And that's what I want the people in the world to know, that I went through a lot.
I'm super blessed.
Yeah.
God loves me. I love him.
Aw.
I love God because, I mean, I feel like all of the trials and tribulations that I was put through, I wasn't even supposed to make it this far. I wasn't supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to, you know, from going to jail, from losing a lot of people that I came in with, from, you know, being in situations that could have, you know.
Life-threatening.
Yes. And so, you know, I feel like I can never complain, you know. And no matter what, God always keeps me above water, always, and just keeps
And you're still here, kid.
Yeah. And no matter what they say, to me, was a very uplifting record. And sometimes we need music that is gonna make us happy. There's a lot of music that you just walk around evil, especially hip-hop music. You're like, yeah, what, you want to fight? I wanted to make some music that, you know, we could party to. And I wanted to go into clubs after being away for 3 years and actually have fun off of my first single. Notorious K.I.M. is on a whole bunch of wavelengths. And I want every race of people to go and buy this out. So, when I was, my mom, when she was younger, I'm going to try to find some pictures too. She looked just like Diana Ross. So, I love to watch Lady Sings the Blues. I love the outfits and stuff she used to wear and everything she did. So, I kind of always had that over-the-top diva kind of thing. But I've just always been a fashionista. I've always known which sneakers were hot, what new sneakers were coming out, what new Ralph Lauren sweatshirt or sweatsuit was going to be the bomb. And I would wear them to school, and everyone would be like, where did you get those sneakers? They don't have those in the stores yet. Where did you get... I come off is what makes me so different than other rappers. So it's like everyone sees that. A lot of times they're looking for, you know, what I'm going to have on. And a lot of times they're also looking for a bigger person. When they see me, it's like, that's little Kim. But a lot of people say that about me. They have this perception of me that when they meet me or when they see me, I'm going to be like 20 pounds heavier, 5 inches tall.
I don't know, y'all. Word in these social media streets is allegedly the feds are offering people immunity deals if they come out and speak against P. Diddy and anybody else who is incriminated in this situation with federal authorities. And just like Dame Dash been saying, you guys, I really feel like Aaliyah is the key piece to all of this. Because y'all remember what happened with Aaliyah and Rkelly. I feel like after news broke of what Rkelly did to Aaliyah and everybody heard what was going on with Aaliyah, that Jay-Z and Diddy would have left Aaliyah alone. Because at that point, it really looked like all of y'all used Aaliyah in the same way. Or at least tried to. Everybody except for Dame Dash. But nah, they seen what Rkelly was doing with Aaliyah and they thought that they could do it too and get away with it. And Jaguar said, hell no. Aaliyah said hell no. Aaliyah said hell no. Aaliyah said hell no. Kim Porter for sure said hell no. Kathy White said hell no. But God said.
I think it's time for us to address the elephant in the room. R. Kelly was the first corporately sponsored pedophile. Everybody knew.
Once it came out on R. Kelly, Jay-Z fled the scene. Point was, he knew all the time. For 20 years, Jay-Z refused to speak out against R. Kelly, but his former partner, Dame Dash, won't stay silent. Aaliyah is key to everything. Aaliyah and I were very serious. We talked about getting married, so I know exactly what went on. She would be like, no, that's a bad man. R. Kelly did indeed marry his protege, the 15-year-old singer Aaliyah Houghton. Like, Aaliyah was like the sacrificial lamb for all that.
22-year-old rising star Aaliyah has been killed in a horrific plane crash.
It's a pain that you couldn't understand. It changed you, turned you into a monster. When Dame was at his lowest, Jay committed the ultimate betrayal. I had so much trust in my brother, but he did things that I thought he would never do. So what you think I felt all these years? For 20 years, R. Kelly's power protected him.
At that time, we did not look hard enough.
Remember Aaliyah's album cover? Age ain't nothing but a number. Sitting back there like Perv Master. I mean, I wasn't there. You know, I ain't have nothing to do with that.
They made a song together called Not Guilty. Anybody that knows what happened to my girl that with me should not be home. Even as new allegations came out, Jay looked the other way. Kelly is accused of videotaping himself having sex with an underage girl. Prosecutors maintain the girl in the video was as young as 13 when it was made.
I mean, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that. I know I ain't have nothing to do with it.
Chess and checkers is an MF for y'all because all of the bosses got knocked off and the last one standing was 50 Cent, y'all, with not a stain on them. I'm sorry, you guys. However, this video is too long. I have to stop it right here. So I will see you guys in part 2. To be continued.
So long, sleeping from sofa to sofa. Now I'ma step on these little bitty bitches. Here's some brand new Gucci low, some Gucci walking. I got tired of eating Big Mama's chicken. Now it's business when I walk out.